The day I ruined everything started with laundry detergent and good intentions. My name is Krell, and I work maintenance on the human diplomatic vessel Meridian. Before you judge me, understand this. Humans are absolutely insane about cleaning things. They scrub, they polish, they disinfect surfaces that look perfectly fine. So when I found Lieutenant Vara's combat suit crumpled in the communal decontamination chamber, covered in mud and what I assumed was engine grease, I thought I was doing her a favor. Big mistake. Huge. Let me back up. Vara is a Soltari, which means she stands 7 feet tall, with silver skin that shifts color based on her mood. Right now, I am guessing her skin would be the deep crimson of barely contained fury, but I am getting ahead of myself. The Soltari joined the coalition 3 cycles ago, and honestly, most species keep their distance. They are warriors, proud and traditional, with customs that make the Voltorian honor codes look simple. But Vara? She was different. She actually talked to me during shifts, shared her ration packs when the food synthesizer broke down, and even laughed at my terrible jokes about quantum mechanics. I thought we were friends, which is why, when I saw her armor looking like it had been dragged through a waste recycling plant, I grabbed it and tossed it into the industrial washing unit. Humans have these machines that can clean anything. I set it to heavy duty, added extra soap because the mud looked stubborn, and went back to fixing the oxygen recyclers on deck 7. 3 hours later, I was elbow deep in an air filtration system when I heard the scream. Not a scream of pain. No, this was worse. This was the sound of someone's entire world collapsing. I dropped my tools and ran toward the laundry bay, my forelegs carrying me faster than I had moved in months. Vara stood in the doorway, frozen as if someone had hit her with a stasis field. Her skin flickered between pale gray and splotchy purple, colors I had never seen on her before. In her hands, or rather, hanging limply from her fingers, was her combat suit. It looked fine to me. Clean, actually. I had done an excellent job getting out those stains. Vara, I approached carefully. Is something wrong with the armor? Did the machine damage it? I can pay for repairs. I've been saving my credits. She turned to look at me, and her eyes, those brilliant gold eyes that usually sparkled with amusement, were completely blank. Krell, she said, her voice hollow. Empty. Do you know what you have done? I washed your armor, I said, suddenly very aware that this was not the reaction I had expected. I thought I was helping. It was filthy, and humans always say cleanliness is important, and I just wanted to. Do you know what that means? She interrupted. The way she said it made my blood run cold. Well, colder than usual. My species runs chilly anyway. What means? I asked. Vara held up the armor, and I noticed her hands were shaking. Her skin settled into a deep, morning gray. Among my people, she began slowly, each word carefully measured. A warrior's armor is sacred. We earn every scratch, every dent, every mark of battle. They tell our story. They prove our worth. She paused. When she continued, her voice cracked. When someone cleans another warrior's armor without permission, it means only one thing. My stomach dropped to somewhere around my feet. What does it mean? I whispered, though part of me really didn't want to know. It means you claim responsibility for my honor, for my battles, for my life. She looked directly at me now, something fierce and terrifying in her gaze. It means you have declared yourself my bonded partner, my mate, the one who stands beside me until death separates us. The room spun. I grabbed a washing machine for support. I did what? I squeaked. By Soltari law, Vara continued, her skin now shifting rapidly. Purple to gray to a strange shade of green the first couldn't identify. We are considered engaged. And if you reject this bond after declaring it, I will be dishonored, exiled, stripped of my rank and cast out from my family line. But I didn't know. I practically shouted. I was just trying to help. It's laundry. Humans do laundry all the time, and they do not accidentally marry each other. You are not human, she said quietly. Neither are you. Exactly. Vara set the armor down gently on top of a dryer. Which is why this is a problem. I noticed several crew members had gathered in the corridor outside, faces pressed against the window, watching us like we were some kind of entertainment program. Fantastic. My humiliation would be station-wide gossip by dinner. There has to be a way to fix this, I said desperately. Some kind of exception or loophole, or... There is one way. Vara's skin darkened to a deeper purple. We complete the bonding ceremony within the next lunar cycle. Or I go before the Council of Elders, explain that you rejected me, and accept exile. That is not a real choice. No, she agreed. It is not. We stood there in the laundry bay, surrounded by the gentle hum of washing machines and the faint smell of detergent, while my entire life collapsed around me. In the corridor, someone started taking bets on what would happen next. Vara finally spoke again, her voice barely audible. I need time to think. Meet me on observation deck 3 tomorrow at dawn cycle. We will figure this out. She picked up her armor, cradling it like something precious and broken, and walked past me without another word. I stood alone in the laundry bay, staring at my hands like they were weapons I had just discovered I was holding. How do you accidentally propose marriage by doing someone's laundry? Only me. Only I could turn a simple act of kindness into a diplomatic incident that might end someone's entire career. The worst part? The absolute worst part? I still had 3 more loads of laundry waiting in my quarters. I did not sleep that night. How could I? Every time I closed my eyes, I saw Vara's face, that awful gray color spreading across her skin like a disease. I spent 6 hours researching Soltari bonding customs in the station database, and let me tell you, the more I learned, the worse it got. Apparently, the armor washing thing was not just symbolic. It was the symbol, the biggest, most significant declaration in their entire culture. It was like, how do I even explain it? Proposing marriage by tattooing someone's name across your forehead while their entire family watched. Except worse, because at least a tattoo can be removed. When dawn cycle finally arrived, I dragged myself to observation deck 3 on approximately 0 hours of sleep and maximum anxiety. The deck was empty except for Vara, who stood with her back to me, staring out at the stars beyond the viewport. Her skin was a muted silver, neutral, which somehow felt more ominous than any other color. You came, she said without turning. Of course I came. I stepped beside her, keeping a respectful distance. Vara, I am so incredibly sorry. If I had known. I know. She finally turned, and I was relieved to see warmth had returned to her eyes. I spent the night reviewing your personnel file and speaking with the human crew. They confirmed you genuinely had no knowledge of our customs. Captain Martinez even showed me footage of you doing laundry for half the crew over the past 6 months. I like helping people, I said weakly. And the humans keep saying teamwork makes the dream work, whatever that means. A smile flickered across her face, gone almost instantly. According to the captain, you have accidentally proposed to 3 different species in the past month alone. The Ventari incident was not my fault. How was I supposed to know that sharing food from your plate meant eternal devotion? They should put warning labels on mess hall trays. This time, Vara actually laughed. Short, sharp, real. Her skin lightened to pale silver with hints of blue. Better. Much better. Krell, she said gently, I have been thinking, and I believe I have found a solution. Hope surged through me. Really? I will do anything. I will study Soltari customs, memorize every rule, and never touch anyone's clothing again. Stop. She raised a hand. The solution is simple. We proceed with the bonding ceremony. I blinked. That is not a solution. That is the problem. Let me finish. She faced me fully, holding something behind her back. Soltari bonding has stages. The first is the declaration, which you completed via laundry. The second is the trial of worthiness, where the pair must prove they can function together under pressure. Okay, I said cautiously. The third stage is acceptance. Her skin shifted to pale green, amusement. At that stage, either party may respectfully decline without dishonor, provided the trial has been completed. It proves the bond was tested honestly. I processed this. So we do a dangerous mission together, and then we can end this without you being exiled? Exactly. She revealed a datapad. I have already submitted our trial request. It requires witnesses and genuine danger. Fortunately, we have an opportunity. My voice cracked. We do. The Meridian is investigating a derelict mining station in the Kalos sector tomorrow. They require a maintenance specialist and a security officer. She looked at me. That would be us. You want us to explore an abandoned station where everyone either died or fled. I stared. That is the plan. It meets all trial requirements, she said firmly. We complete it, then part ways respectfully. The word unwanted hit harder than expected, which was ridiculous. So why did it sting? Unless, Vara added quietly, skin flickering uncertainly. You have a better idea? I thought of her career collapsing, of avoiding her forever, of laughter in the mess hall, of her saving me a seat. No, I said. Your plan is good. Let's do the trial. Relief softened her features. Thank you, Krell. Neither of us wanted this, I said. True. She handed me the datapad. Briefing is in 2 hours. Get some rest. Our fingers brushed. Her skin was warm. For what it's worth, I said quietly. If I had to accidentally bond with someone, I'm glad it was you. Her skin cycled wildly before settling into warm gold. You are a terrible maintenance worker who causes diplomatic incidents with laundry. But yes, you have been a good friend. She left. I remained alone with a datapad full of warnings and a strange feeling in my chest I refused to examine. Tomorrow, we would face danger, complete the trial, and walk away like reasonable adults. Simple. Clean. No complications. I read the first line of the briefing. Warning. Previous expedition reported hostile entities before losing contact. Perfect. What could possibly go wrong? If this story entertained or taught you something, please like and subscribe to our channel. It really helps us grow and bring you more stories like this. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next story.